So good morning, I'm down here at Milford on Sea on Milford Shingle Bank. This is a new venue for me. I'm actually meeting James, aka SEASMITH. He's coming down around lunchtime. Now it's nearly 11 o'clock. I think high tide's about 4:30 this afternoon. It's a nice day. It's quite warm. I think spring's finally arrived. A little bit overcast. There's not much swell, but it is a neat tide today. I think it's only like 0.8 meters or something along those lines. But yeah, we're going to see if we can catch a few species. So for those of you who haven't been here before, this is Milford Shingle Bank. It's quite a picturesque venue. We've got the Isle of Wight over there in the distance. See the needles on the end. Like I say, this is my very first time down here. Yeah, we're going to see what we can pull out. Got my two Black Rock competition rods for me today. First time using those as well, actually. I have been using the Foozers for a while. They've been absolutely brilliant. I just fancy something with a little bit more power and a little bit more length, so hopefully they'll do the trick. Right, I'm going to get these rods sorted, get some rigs baited up, get them out, and let's get fishing. So on the way down here, I popped into Bournemouth Fishing Lodge, which is a little bit of a sidetrack, but it was definitely worth it because I got some ragworm and they are absolutely brilliant. It's probably some of the best ragworm I've ever had. I mean, they're seriously good. Some lovely worms. I also popped in to Christchurch angling and got some black lug. Fresh black lug, which is obviously in here. I'll show you that. Got a few wraps of it there. So yeah, thanks to Tom Bagnall for that. Yeah, just wanted to show you the bait. Let's get these rods out. So the tide is absolutely ripping through here at the moment. I'm actually struggling to hold bottom, to be fair. I've gone up to 8-ounce leads now, and it's still just, yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare. Even with a really small tide here, it's proving difficult, but I'll persevere. I haven't got anything heavier than that. I don't think I could cast heavier than that, to be fair. But yeah, I've just gone with two 2-hook flappers to start with. See if there's anything about. I want to try and save the majority of the bait for later on, sort of around high tide and going into evening. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Just so you can see, that's the Black Rock competitions. Really nice rods, actually. I'm quite impressed with them. Plenty of low down power, and a nice forgiving tip as well, which is unusual. I mean, that sort of price range, they're $249.99 each. Normally you'd have to pay a lot more money for something with that quality, really. And I've got them paired up with my Dire Emblem Surfs, which nice reels. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll if anything progresses, I shall bring you back. I'm probably going to have to move that left-hand rod because that's literally pulled round. I cast it probably almost 90 degrees to the right-hand side, up tide, and it's pulling it round now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sort that rod out. So we've been fishing about an hour now. The tide is playing absolute havoc with it, with the rigs. It's dragging the leads round. I've tried letting out big boa line, trying to get the leads to dig in a bit. As previously said, I've gone up to 8-ounce leads now. Hopefully it's going to drop off shortly, and we'll see how we go from there. There is one other guy turned up down to the right of me, about 100 yards. He seems quite confident. He's been here before and caught fish, so be worth keeping an eye on what he does. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's a lovely day. There's hardly any swell really, which makes a nice change. Obviously fishing Chesil Beach and stuff quite a lot. I'm used to rather large waves and yeah, a bit unpredictable seas, but this is a little bit more manageable down here. So yeah, I mean, this is obviously a new channel. It's my first time doing this video. We're going to obviously be doing more coming up. We're going to obviously be hitting Chesil Beach. Southbourne's another one that I regularly visit. I've also got some trips arranged with SEASMITH as well. We're going to do some hound fishing and you know, various other things. Obviously, we talk about a trip to Scotland, fishing for skate. It's definitely something I want to do. Yeah, it wouldn't be nice to have something like that. There's a few quid's worth there. But yeah, we'll hopefully things will improve. I've had 2 casts now on both rods. Changed the bait up, same rig still. Just trying to let this tide die off a little bit before I make a change. So yeah, we'll come back to you in a bit. So some of the other bait I bought with me today. Got some mackerel in there, some joeys there. I have got some ready-made wraps. I've never actually used them. I've had them in the freezer for God knows how long. I've got squid and black lug, squid and carp, squid and anchovies, and then for later on, got some sand eels. Hopefully, maybe pick up a ray. Got some sprats in there, and of course, I've got some squid as well, which I'm just letting defrost. Use that in a bit once that's defrosted. Yeah, so try and keep it all in here, keep it nice and frozen, keep your frozen baits frozen and your fresh baits fresh. That's something a good friend of mine told me before I started sea fishing. So I've just had what looks like a slack line on the left hand rod. It is pulling back down again. I'm not sure whether that was the tide or the current doing that. Definitely keep an eye on that. Yeah, I thought I was away there. But I'll keep my eye on it. You never know. Oh, has that gone slack again? Yeah, I think we've got a bite here. Feels like a little bit of weight there, definitely. Yeah, we've got some. Little bass. Yeah. What a result. Watch the spikes like he just had my thumb there. Yeah, we've got a nice little basslet, a little stally bass to start with. You have to be careful with bass for those who don't know, because they can do that. A very spiny fish. But yeah, nice little start. We'll get him back. Get in there, it's a start. So I actually forgot my finger stool today, which didn't help, but luckily I had a glove in my bag, so that's had to make do for today. So just had that little bass, we'll get this out. Not going to chuck it mild. Something I have been meaning to do is to learn to pendulum cast. But that's something that may take a bit of time to master, let's say. So SEASMITH has just arrived. You can see him there in the background. He's getting his stuff set up. I may have to redo that other rod as well, because that's bouncing around a bit. I'm not sure whether that's maybe a fish on there or it's just the tide. If it's a fish, I'll obviously bring you back. So literally, I've just recast that left-hand rod. And there seems to be a few taps and knocks going on. Don't know if you can see that on the camera. It may just be where the lead's trying to bed in, because it has swung round quite considerably now. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to redo that one, because that's not bedded in at all. Let's have a look. I'm not used to using 8-ounce leads, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm going to have to rebait that one and sort that out before I get that back out. So I'll get that done. So we've been playing around with 2-hook flappers for a while now, probably about an hour and a half, something like that. No more bites. I've been changing my bait, sorry, sort of every 20 minutes, something along those lines. They're coming in clean, there's no crabs around or anything like that. So I'm going to change it up. I've kept with the flapper on one rig, but what I have done is I'm putting a pulley rig out with a whole squid and black lug wrap done up on it. And for those of you who don't know what a pulley rig looks like, it's just basically a pulley bead. Obviously your hook length has to be slightly shorter than the main rig body, and then I've just got an imp on there which the hook clips onto, which I will show you. I'm trying to do this very cack-handed. So yeah, that is basically how it clips up. Clip that onto your swivel or however you attach it to your line and get it out there. So hopefully I'll have something decent to show you shortly. So that's clipped up, ready to go. Squid and black lug pulley rig. Let's get that out. I'm not gonna chuck this miles because I think we've probably got more chance of catching close in at the minute, but we will see. That'll do. Nice little plop out there, probably 60, 70 yards to be fair, probably a little bit further than I wanted it actually. Let a little bit of line out. That allows the grip lead to turn and bed in whichever way the tide's pulling. So again, like I said earlier, I did have a rig on there earlier. Take that off and put that somewhere. It's not going to get picked up by a dog or something like that. So there's James. Let's go and see what he's up to. Obviously when you're doing stuff like this, you need to keep an eye on your own rods. He's a busy man, as you can see.
Getting the secret squirrel baits out.
That's it.
I'm trying to manifest a smooth hound.
That looks very much like a peeler crab to me.
No, it's hardback.
No? Oh, hardback.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and Darren got it off out of Muddyford about a month or two ago.
Right.
And I got a big bag of it in the freezer. So I
You see, that's cheating, not telling me he's got crabs with him. I don't think that's fair. So we're not calling this a match today then?
Well, you're one fish up, so we're not. But then you started before me, so I don't think it's fair.
Oh, okay.
It's fair. You started before the klaxon went off.
Okay, so should we restart the match then?
We'll restart the match from now then, yeah.
So the time is, what is the time? 4 o'clock. High tide is at 4:05, so we're pretty much there. Unfortunately, there's been no more action after that small bass. I have to admit, once I had that, I thought we were going to get a few. So the plan is going to get a few bits organised, ready for the evening. And I mean, I think it gets dark around about 6:30, something along those lines. So get everything prepped, going to get some rigs out and ready. I'm going to make some baits up, some wraps up for some rays, some sand eel and stuff like that. Get everything organised so we can fish hard into the evening, and we're not sort of messing around getting baits ready and stuff like that. So I want everything in place, ready to go out. So when one rod comes in, I can literally clip another rig on and put it straight back out again. James is, I think he's got the same sort of idea. He's getting organised as well. The swell has picked up a bit. We've got probably a sort of maybe 2.5, 3 foot, well, probably 2.5 foot swells rolling in now. Still easily fishable. If anything, it's probably a bit better because it was a bit flat before. What I have done, my left-hand rod, I've put really close in on that pulley rig now, just off the edge of these rocks to my left-hand side. And the right-hand rod, I've cast out at distance with the two-hook flapper on. Oh no, sorry, not two-hook flapper, two-hook clip down I've put on it now, just try and get a bit more distance. I did just have a bit of a knock on the right-hand rod there, and I'm not sure if that was a wave that done that. I just caught it out the corner of my eye. So yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. I'll definitely be keeping my eye on that right-hand rod. I think there could be something materialising here, but we'll see. So yeah, if anything happens, I'll come back to you. So it's an absolutely stunning afternoon. It's not cold by any means. I think it's like 11, 12 degrees. Yeah, couldn't ask for better conditions, really. Really nice to be out, not having to wear salopettes and jackets and bobble hats and gloves and all that sort of stuff. It's just nice to be out and enjoy a bit of sunshine. A bit of vitamin D for the soul is definitely what was needed. You can see over there, there's James getting organised. So that right-hand rod is still bouncing around a little bit. I think it's probably the swell causing it. There is a bit of an easterly wind coming down the shingle bank. It's not particularly strong, but it's definitely there. You can feel it. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. So one other thing I didn't mention today is I have a companion with me today. My daughter has come with me. She wanted to come fishing. She enjoys being out on the beach and stuff. Hopefully I'm going to get her into fishing. I'd rather the kids did that these days, definitely. Yeah, she's down here hiding. Say hello. Yeah, so she's got her own rod and stuff I've got for her at home and that. But obviously casting on the beach and stuff's a little bit difficult for that. I'm going to take her coarse fishing and just catch a few small fish, get her used to handling the rod and reel and stuff, and go from there. So yeah. So you can see over there, the man, the myth, the legend, SEASMITH is hard at work, getting prepped. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I think he's having a wash or something along those lines. So we've just got to dusk now. What is the time? It is 6:30. So yeah, the sun's literally just disappearing behind the horizon. Hopefully things are gonna wake up from now. I have just got another rig out ready for going into the night time. So I've got a 3-hook flapper, 2 up, 1 down, should I say. On the top snood, I've got a ragworm on a little pop-up. On the middle snood, I've got a black lug popped up again. And then on the bottom snood, which is obviously right above the lead itself, if we can get that to stop tangling, I have got a squid and sand eel wrap that I've made up, hopefully to target a ray really. So bottom snood, ray, middle and top hook, whatever else we can pick up really. Obviously chance for pouting, or possibly a whiting or bass or anything really. I mean, potentially they can all come on any hooks, but there's always a chance that a ray will be snooping around and hopefully pick this bottom one up. So we'll see how we go. On the other rod, I'm putting out a mackerel head and guts on a wire trace to try and catch a conger. So yeah, I'll chuck that. So probably, I won't want to go too far, probably 50-60 yards, something like that, with that one. And we'll see what happens. So I'm going to get the rod sorted whilst I've still got a bit of daylight, and hopefully I'll come back to you with some fish. Got the flashing tip lights on, so it caught my eye. It started flashing red, bouncing all over the place. So it seems to have stopped for a moment. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes and see what happens. See if it goes again. If it doesn't, then I'll bring it in and see what's going on. I've actually redone that rod probably 10 minutes ago, and took the conger bait off and put a 2 flapper on, just with some black lug. Just to try and pick something up, and I whacked it as hard as I could. So it's right out there. I mean, I don't know how far it is. Obviously, with it being dark, it's very hard to gauge, but it's a fair distance out. So maybe that could be the answer. I need to get them out. Get them out of distance. Yeah, see, it's definitely something going on with that. So that bite did turn into something. We have the wonderful dogfish. Yeah, anything's welcome. So yeah, we'll get him back and get the rod back out. Yeah, result. So literally 5 minutes after that one, put the rod back out, black lug, and we have another dogfish. A little bit smaller, this one. Still an amazing creature when you look at them. I think their eyes are incredible. But yeah, right result. So just had another bite, and that resulted in a very small pouting. I didn't get it on video, unfortunately. I didn't have the microphones and stuff all set up, as I'd got my phone on charge. But it is on SEASMITH videos, so you will see it on there. Obviously, if you watch that. I would like to say SEASMITH is definitely worth looking at his YouTube channel. He's a very knowledgeable guy. He certainly taught me a few things in the last couple of trips. You know, he does a bit of everything. He goes out on the boat and obviously shore fishing, and we've got a few trips lined up together. I think we're going to be doing plenty more throughout the year together. Hopefully there'll be plenty of footage to show you. But yeah, pop over to SEASMITH and have a look, because it's definitely worth a watch. So a little tiny pouting, taking on the black lug again. This is going to be my last cast. I'm not going to put that rod back out. I shall start packing away. I've got one rod left out. It's a 2.5 hour drive home for me, so it's quite a distance. So yeah, maybe catch one more before we go. But all in all, happy with the way it's gone today. The day wasn't overly productive, but yeah. So let's get this fish back, and we'll see what happens. So that's the session done at Milford Shingle Bank. I have to say I've enjoyed myself actually. It's been really good. Good to fish with James, SEASMITH again. In the end I had, what did I have? 3 different species. So I had a small schoolie bass, 2 dogfish and 3 small pouting. So yeah, I'll take that in the middle of March, definitely. There was a few people along the beach. I didn't see much caught, to be honest. I know James had a dogfish, but I don't think the other guys really caught much at all. So yeah, I'll take that as a positive, let's say. So yeah, that's it from me today. I will see you all on the next outing.